Yeah, so here we are.
I just left my family for a model home.
And not just any model home, a free model home. So here's the scoop. I went through a mental scenario where I was back in college, a world before children for me. And I realized, wow, the day after I graduate college and have a job, I could buy this model home and it would cost me $0 because I'd be able to take advantage of a pretty unique situation, and you might consider taking advantage of it as well, especially if you're thinking to yourself, how can you make more money? How can you make passive income? How could you build your wealth without really having to do anything extra? And I thought, well, what way could be better than passive wealth than a way that lets you do that for free? So as many of you already know, I'm a 27-year-old real estate broker and real estate investor. I control over $6 million in real estate. And today I want to take this example of a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath model home and show you some unique things about it. Now, I'm going to talk about new construction. So I want to get a couple things out of the way quickly about new construction, and let's get right into the numbers of it. See, one of the ways I got to where I am today is by always looking for creative solutions or creative ways to make money. This is one I'm handing you on, well, a free YouTube video. And if after this, for some reason, you feel compelled to learn more from me, you can always check out my courses on personal finance, real estate investing, real estate sales, or property management. Those are linked below. A lot of people love our private Discord groups and the discussions we're able to have in there, and I can't wait to see you there as well. This specific video was actually inspired by a course member. So the first thing that I want to get out of the way when it comes to new construction is the beauty about new construction is you don't have to deal with contractors or construction. It's done for you. Yeah, that might mean there's still builders walking around while you're moving in, but at least you don't have to deal with it. You oftentimes don't have to deal with inspections, and instead of being worried about the roof or the foundation or the electrical system, you usually get a 10-year builder warranty on the structure, a 3 to 5 year warranty on things like electrical or plumbing systems, a 1-year warranty on pretty much everything, including your paint fading or grout cracking. See, to me, new construction can sometimes be like forced minimalism. And I don't mean owning less, I mean doing less style minimalism. And I like doing less, especially in today's day and age where a lot of us are running around almost like chickens with our heads cut off because we feel so stressed and overwhelmed. Oftentimes the last thing we want to do are deal with contractors and get bids for properties, especially if we're not super experienced in what we're doing. Now, obviously this comes at a cost. You're usually not getting the properties below market value. You're not getting into like a cash flowing apartment building. You're not getting a wedge deal, so to speak, like what I teach you in the real estate investing course. But new construction is a very good avenue as well, especially if you don't yet have any experience. It's better than not starting at all. The second thing before the example is you can skip pretty much the hunting process. Usually new construction is available. You're not sitting around refreshing Realtor.com or Redfin every single day looking for new listings. You're not rushing out dramatically to try to go hunt something down. You can just go walk into a model home office and buy something in most cities. This is especially good if you want to bet on the overall economy. So for example, say you're like me and you think that next March, April, June, and July are going to be real poppy in the market. That is, you think stocks are going to be priced higher, you think the real estate market's going to be more expensive. Obviously, it's complete speculation, but let's say that came to be true. You might consider buying a new construction home in December or January just to place some money. Now, quick note, I know the pricing might seem a little bit high in this particular area, but let's put it this way. If the pricing works here in Southern California, the pricing will probably work anywhere else. So if pricing is lower where you are, just adjust the numbers to make sense in your area, and the odds are the math will work out even better for you. So let's say you've been thinking about investing for a while and you've got $50,000 sitting around that you have absolutely no idea what to do with. You can consider buying this 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath townhouse for $550,000 and essentially living for free or getting paid to live for free. So here's how that would work. Your total payment on the property would be around $3,600 with $50,000 down. Builders oftentimes have incentives to cover your closing costs, so we're not going to consider closing costs in this example. Instead, we're just looking at the principal and interest that's going into your loan. You're looking at your homeowner's insurance, which is usually less on a townhouse, and we're gonna throw in your property taxes, which in this case, is a little bit more expensive. It's about 2% for these new construction builds here. Now, you do have homeowners association dues, which I know a lot of people hate because of the rules and regs. So it's really important to find a good homeowners association, especially actually one that allows you to rent the property out. But keep in mind, a homeowners association is nonprofit, so technically money is supposed to build up in a reserve at the homeowners association, and if say the roof goes out, the HOA pays to replace it rather than you. They oftentimes also pay for things like termite treating, exterior paint, pressure washing, and these other miscellaneous things that can make your life a little bit easier. But again, you gotta follow the rules and regs, because if you think you wanna paint your house pink or park a bunch of oily cars, it's probably not gonna work out. You do have somebody telling you what you can and can't do. But since in this example you're gonna be living for free, that might be worth it. And personally, I kind of like renting out property completely that's in a homeowners association, because it's kind of like you've got a built-in property manager who can police your tenants for you without you having to do it. Now, the market rent in this particular neighborhood, where they're about to open a 16-lane bowling alley and a pub, so that would be within walking distance, the market rent for a bedroom is usually about $950. That's oftentimes because pretty small 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhouses in this area lease for around $2,900. It's a decently expensive neighborhood because it's new, and after all, new can be nice. If you rented out 3 of your 4 bedrooms to roommates and house hacked this property, you would only be paying $750 to control a $550,000 townhouse that's brand new. Now, the cool thing about that is, even though you're technically taking $750 out of your pocket every month, the vast majority of that is going into the house in the form of principal paydown, which means every single month, you and your roommates are paying all of the expenses for the property, and you're paying down over $700 in principal every single month. This means every month, your net worth goes up as your debt goes down. This isn't even to mention that if there's just 2.2% appreciation per year, your net worth will go up by an extra $1,000 every single month, simply because you own this property. So you can almost kind of think of your house in this case as a piggy bank. Now, I know a lot of people think of owning real estate as a liability, or they think it's an anchor, but most people who invest in real estate look at their home as the easiest opportunity to get started in real estate, and then when they want to move, they hire a property manager and just rent out the entire property. This basically means you're living for free, and you don't even have to worry about mortgage insurance or HOA dues or property taxes or repairs, because we've already addressed and accounted for all of that. Now, obviously, I was going through this mental exercise, but it's not actually possible for me because I'm already married and have 2 children, and quite frankly, nobody wants to live with us because we're really loud and really annoying. But when I left my family to go check out this model home, I really got to thinking, this is actually not a bad strategy. Think about this for a moment. If you're in high school and you're planning on going to college, or you're in college right now, you've got some money saved up, realize that the day you graduate college, let's say if you have a computer science degree and then you get a computer science job the day you graduate college, you could apply your time in college towards your work experience and qualify for a loan on a new construction build day 1 and start renting out rooms to tenants who are helping you house hack. And you don't have to spend any money with contractors or put in any headache at all. Now, of course, I still recommend you check out the real estate investing course. In fact, there are sections on new construction homes and how to qualify homeowners associations and specific things that are going to be very important for you as well, including loan hacks and tricks that are going to help you save a lot of money. You do also have to be a little bit careful with new construction, just because there is the opportunity to overspend on what are known as designer upgrades. That's kind of like that fancy backsplash you see in the kitchen that they're going to charge you $4 grand for, or the upgraded flooring that's really just a luxury vinyl plank that they're gonna charge you an extra $5 grand for just to upgrade to. Little things like this can add up, and I usually recommend you just consider sticking with mostly builder grade options. Your end value will generally not be much higher by you spending money on upgrades up front. So there you have it. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.
Hello, realtor.
Hello.